Hello, everyone. Welcome to Branford Arts. This is the first of a series of programs that we will be presenting to the local community. And the focus of the program will be arts in all of its various forms. Some of us in town believe that this community has a very rich heritage of arts related activities, and that we have artists who we would like to promote and to introduce to the public. So that's really what the program will be about. Every program will feature an artist or feature an arts-related event. We want to really have you, the public, the viewing public in Branford and the community around Branford, become more aware of what we have in Branford that can help enrich our lives and elevate the enjoyment that we have of being a part of this community. And today, we're going to talk a little bit about an organization that I'm a part of that was founded about 4 years ago. It's called the Branford Arts and Cultural Alliance. And the point of the Branford Arts and Cultural Alliance is to do some of the things that I was just talking about, which is to promote art in our community. And I thought I'd just take a minute to read. I'm going to read the mission statement so that it really encapsulates what we hope to accomplish as an organization. So the Branford Arts and Cultural Alliance will encourage and promote the arts and cultural activities within the town of Branford, and will have the following mission: encourage and support public participation in the performing, literary and visual arts, organize artistic and cultural activities and events, and will provide opportunities for local artists and literary practitioners to present their work to the public, support opportunities for Branford artistic community to interact with each other, and develop opportunities for artists to work with the youth of Branford. We believe that this organization has a unique role as a convener, organizer, promoter, and supporter of the arts in Branford. And as such, we can provide an important service to the entire community. So it's a pretty broad mission statement when you think about it. We would really like to have the arts become a very important aspect of what life in Branford is all about. Branford, historically, has probably more artists per square inch than any other community in the area. And yet, most of the artists are unknown to even their neighbors. We believe that when we have a resource such as that, it's important to introduce the rest of the community to that resource, because then it benefits us all. And we all get enjoyment from it, we learn from it, and it enriches our lives. And so today, I've invited two members of the board of the Branford Arts Alliance, Jeanette Mobeck and Marianne Beatty Cook, to talk more about the organization. If you look behind me on the screen are pictures of various events that we have already presented to Branford. One of the first things we did, because we don't have a place of our own, we approached the town and we were given permission to use the Academy on the Green. Again, that's a building that a lot of people see and drive by every day. It sits on the corner of Monowee Street, and a lot of people think it's a church, but it was actually a school. And at the time when there were no public education resources for the community, that served as one of the early schools in town. And many years ago, it used to be closer to Town Hall, and many years ago they moved it to its present location. And it doesn't get used much. So we approached the committee that runs and is responsible for the Academy and asked if we could use it. And we have had many events there. And again, it's another resource in town that a lot of people have never been in. And people have come to our art shows and photography shows. We even had a clock show there. and say, I've never been in this building. I drive by it all the time, and I often wondered what it looked like. It's a charming little place. And so we've taken advantage of that and used it as a sort of a home base for the kinds of things that we would like to do on an ongoing basis. But we have grander plans, and we have bigger ideas, and other fish that we want to fry, in a way. And so this is going to be our first opportunity to talk about it, to a broader audience. And we hope that you'll be interested in hearing some of the things that we have to say and some of the ideas that we have that we hope you will embrace. So who wants to start?
I'd be happy to go.
All right. Marianne is an artist too, by the way. Actually, both Jeanette and Marianne are
Yes,
artists.
we both are.
All right.
I'm Marianne Beatty Cook. I'm from Indian Neck, one of the Beatty family, and I'm also retired art teacher, but I've kept my certification because I still like to interact, and I love to teach children art, especially really young children, because they don't have any preconceived notions about how hard watercolor might be. And there's opportunities for all of us to interact. And Frank didn't mention, but right as we hit the ground running, I joined in the spring of 2015, but they had already had their first event in June of 2014 with a partnership with the Garden Club, and had begun showing some art there. And Frank called me and said, with our secretary, Richard Botcher, and said, there's a grant available, but we have to have the application in 10 days. And they got the grant. And a fourth grader came up with a prototype for a sculpture that's going to be at the new community center. And the diversity of what we do has really been quite remarkable. And also behind us, the clock show just went by. And last winter, we decided the Academy on the Green is a wonderful place to have shows. It is historically correctly preserved, and the windows do not open in the summer, so it can get a little hot, but in the winter, it's a beautiful place to be. And we said, well, let's have a themed show in the winter. So we had a summer and winter show. And we said, we should have Adirondack chairs outside, and we did. And
a palm tree, I believe. By the
and a palm tree. Yeah. And the beauty of that is the doors are open, people are walking their dogs, they have their children, it's a free event, it's family friendly, and people get to see the Academy on the Green, and they come in and they see the artwork. And word gets out, and it's just been a wonderful adventure. The other thing we started right away was doing neighborhood shows, and the first neighborhood show was again in the wintertime, and it was held at Orchard House, and there are many, many artists in Short Beach. They organized it. Our opening night was a Friday night. We had a blizzard, and we moved it to Sunday night, and it was Super Bowl night. It didn't matter. People came, and our openings, we generally have over 100 people in a 2-hour period. So we have established ourselves, and we just want to expand more. And I think like the clock show, if someone comes to us and said, we'd like to do this, then we would like to help to get that ball rolling and sponsor it and find a place to hold an event. The other thing, we had a wonderful person at 265 Pine Orchard Road who has a home, an iconic turn of the century, beautiful home that seats 100 people in their music room. So we had no money to begin with, and we would put a basket out, and people were very generous, and we also had a membership. We have a membership. And we had our first fundraiser, and we had classical music, and raised money, and we put some money in the bank. And then the next year, which was last year, you'll see that go by. We had a holiday market. Again, we had a snowstorm. Didn't matter. People came, and all of the artisans and artists sold their products and did very well. So these are the types of things that we've been doing. That same weekend, we also, the Episcopal Church, all the churches have been wonderful, and the Episcopal Church, the Red Door Church, we celebrated their windows, their stained glass windows. Some of them have been restored. There's some Tiffany windows there. And that event went on in the same weekend, and that was very well attended. So I think those are some of the things that we've done. Jeanette is also an artist. She's very humble about it, but her artwork is flashing by as we speak, and I'm going to turn it over to her. Right now we are building a new website, and we do have a Facebook page, so anybody can hop on there and you can see more of what we do. Go ahead.
Well,
So,
hi.
yeah, why don't you share some of your thoughts about
I will.
not only what we've done, but what are some
Where we're
things
going.
you'd like us to do?
Yes. I think that my interest in being part of this arts organization is really for the betterment of our whole town, the town of Branford and the community at large. I got very excited when Robin Sandler, who's also on our board, and his lovely wife were dining at Strega Restaurant, and they sort of reeled me in. And I love the arts, and my husband and I, Bob Mobeck, we both love the arts, and we frequent galleries. And when I heard that this organization was beginning, and ran into Frank, who was sleuthing out art at Sarah's cupboard or whatever it was.
Right.
I did decide to join, and it has been a wonderful gift for me, since it has put me in touch with great people such as Frank and Marianne and Robin and the rest of our board, and a lot of people in the community and a lot of the artists in the community and the energy. And my desire is to continue to bring this energy of the artists into the town of Branford and make it a more interactive and welcoming community for other people to come into the town of Branford. Let Branford become a draw rather than people leaving our center. I think that the arts will become a draw for people coming to our town. It'll be an economic boost because it will help to populate our restaurants, and our retail shops, those that we have left. Hopefully we'll get some more. But the arts are just such an important thing. Everyone loves the arts. Who doesn't love the arts? So hopefully it's something that all of our founding fathers and current government officials will be on board with and help us to do that, which they have been to date. So I don't expect that that won't continue. But going forward, we have so many good ideas. But one of the greatest ones that I think that's coming down the pike very soon is we are going to hold a very extensive event at the Armory, at the Branford Armory, a building that many people who live in this town have never even been in. So it'll be an opportunity for them to come into the town, into this building, to view art, hear music, taste food, experience the history, because we're going to piggyback that with the 375th birthday for our town of Branford. So I think it's going to be a very exciting event that we plan to hold in June. We were just sitting here brainstorming before the cameras went on and came up with several ideas going forward. In January, we're having
Summer and winter again.
Summer and winter. And in February, we're having the gospel group from New Haven come we hope to celebrate Black History Month. And each month during the 375th year of our birthday, we hope to support Colin Sheehan in his efforts to make it an exciting place to be every month for the whole year. So going forward, there's a lot to look forward to. Keep it on your calendar for June for the event at the Armory, and let's hope that the excitement of the arts gives us positive feelings, especially to get through the dreary winter months.
So, all right, so we're talking about the things that we've done, and we've had just a few little tidbits about some of the ideas we're generating now for this coming year. So the challenge for us is, how do you develop programs and ideas that attract people so that they will want to make the effort to leave their homes and go to a gallery and come to see an art show? For instance, we've done 2 art shows at the Orchard House, and the nice thing about being at the Orchard House is that whenever we have a show there, the clients participate in in presenting some of the work that they do. So it becomes a bigger event than anything we can do alone because we do it collaboratively with the management of Orchard House, and the clients at Orchard House get a chance to show off their own artistic talents. And we would like to be able to develop more programs with our young people in school. Not, you know, certainly the schools have an art program. They have art teachers, and they do wonderful work. And every year they have a delightful art show that highlights the work of Branford school kids. But we would like, as an organization, to try to develop some other relationships with school children, so that perhaps there will be opportunities for children to participate in artistic events that rival the opportunities that kids now have to participate in athletic events. So for kids who aren't necessarily athletically inclined, we believe that there ought to be other kinds of opportunities for them. Music, art, dance, all of those resources are already here in town. What we want to do is to be sort of the convener and to bring the resources together so that children will have more opportunities to participate in these kinds of activities. Kids need as many options as they can be afforded as they are growing up, because we have a tendency as parents to sort of pinpoint them into certain directions. But we know, based on what Marianne said, when we got the grant from the state of Connecticut to create an original work of art, which the point of the state grant, this is 2 years ago now, was to create art for public display. And the proposal that was submitted and was funded was to create a work of art that will be placed outside the renovated community house. At the time, we didn't have any way of knowing how long the renovations would take. So it's all on hold. But we were offered, and we did receive funding for that project. And so working with some Branford art teachers, we were able to develop a program through which a group of students from the high school and elementary and the middle school, the intermediate school, came together and had an opportunity to learn about public art. What is public art? What is the purpose of public art? What should the benefit of public art be? And as a result of that, they had a little internal contest of their own, and they selected a design that was created by a fourth grader at Salini School. And it's a very simple design, but a very effective one, because the new building will house the rec department and will house the senior center. And she created a piece of sculpture, which is a tree, a large, fully grown tree, and a little sapling that goes alongside it. The sapling is representative of the children who are involved in the programs of the rec department. And the mature tree represents the seniors who will be participating in the activities on the second floor. So, and the design, when it's completed and installed outside of the community house, will also have one of the aspects of it will be that the children or others in town can create items that will be hung from the tree, and also create a kind of a musical element to it, a kinetic element to it. So it's an example of how we were able to involve children and adults in an activity that in the end is going to benefit all of us in town. Because as you drive by the new building, or the renovated building, or if you go into the building, you'll be able to see this piece of art that is going to be installed there. And we have also, there were a few pictures that came by the screen of the art that's been displayed outside of the Blackstone Library. And we've had several of our local artists. The work that's out there now is the work of Jonathan Waters, who is a Stony Creek artist, and he's created those large pieces of sculpture that have been on the lawn for the past year. And our organization initiated that project. And before Jonathan's work was displayed, we displayed the artwork of two of our local arborists who, when they cut down a tree, recognize a certain element of the wood that they think has some hidden beauty, and they take that wood and they turn it into a work of art. And so those were also displayed outside the library. So our next big project is to be able to install durable art in various places around town of Branford, so that people won't necessarily have to go somewhere to see the art. The art will be there as you walk around the center of town or as you drive your car up and down Main Street. So art, all of us believe that art should really surround you and be a part of your lives every single day. So we really want your support, I guess, is, as the sort of like, what's the tail end of this? The tail end is, we really need your support. We'd like you to join our organization. If you are an artist or you are artistically inclined and you want to participate in one of our shows, let us know. We would love to be able to offer you that opportunity.
Tell them the website. The website.
Pardon?
The website to join.
Yeah, well, we are going to have a website up within the next week or so for the Branford Arts Alliance, and that'll be a great way for you to find out
Baca,
the kinds of things that we're doing.
What it is.
Jeanette mentioned some activities that are still really in the talking stages, but we hope that they will all come to fruition. For instance, presenting some kind of event at the Armory, which will be part of the celebration of the 375th of Branford. We're still working on it, the details for that. And some of the other events that we mentioned are still in the development stages. But we are open to any ideas that any of you have for the kinds of events that you would like to see. Marianne mentioned we had a beautiful concert in a private home. We want to be more engaged in musical activities. We had a creative writing group that met last year on a regular basis. People who had always harbored a thought about writing got together, and under the direction of one of our Branford residents,
the brewery,
they were able to write and share their writing. And we had a little presentation at the end of the course, and everybody got up and we were able to enjoy the writing that they had created, and it was a very fulfilling thing for them.
No, I was just going to say that our most recent event was a wonderful event that was held at the Stony Creek Brewery just last month in October. And it was a resounding success, not only for our organization, but for everyone who came and enjoyed all of the art, and for the artists. It just was a win-win event for everybody, and gave us a lot of energy to go forward and to continue, because we realize that the people of our community do want this kind of opportunity and do support it. So we were very energized by the success of the Stony Creek Brewery. Baca on the River, is that what the name of it was? Baca on the River.
Right.
And I just wanted to say, our website, what's the Baca 06, what is it?
Oh, it's Baca06405.com.
Yeah, because that's what they're going to want to know. Baca06405.com. You'll be able to join our organization for a mere $25 a year annually, and hopefully you'll all want to do that so that you get all of our notices and any kind of communication that we have regarding future events.
But for right now, you can go on Facebook or Instagram, and we'll have that link there for you. And one other thing, I think the writers group was a great example of some other thing that we do. And some folks came to us and said, we'd like to start a film group, and we did that. So there is opportunity. If you have an idea, please come to us and brainstorm with us, and we'll make it happen.
Yeah, we hope, our goal is to have a place in Branford that will be the center for arts and artistic activities. You know, we've been thinking about it. We hope that at some point that will actually happen. We believe that that would enhance all of our lives to have a place where the arts are featured and where they are a focus. And we think Branford is the right place for something like that. We do believe that there are a lot of people in town who agree with us and would like to help make that happen. And we're going to be rolling out some information as time goes on. And our hope and our expectation is that there will be people in this community who will agree with us that the arts really make everyone's life better. They elevate your spirits. They help you change your outlook on the day that's ahead of you. I'm not an artist. I love and I appreciate art. I have a lot of art in my home. I happen to love the idea of recycling art. I buy art that other people have, you know, given away, and I turn it into something that I enjoy, and I hang it on the walls in my home. I think art never dies. Art is always there for you to enjoy. Doesn't matter if it was, you know, painted 50 years ago and somebody's grandchild, you know, didn't want it anymore. I think it's beautiful, and I buy it, and I enjoy it in my home. So art should be all around us. Art should be something we enjoy every single day. And I hope you agree that the Branford Arts and Cultural Alliance is on the right track with that. And we're going to be, you know, we're going to be around, and we're going to be coming up with ideas that we hope you will want to support with us. So each of our shows after this one was really to introduce you to who we are and what we're about, what our mission is, what we've done, and some of the things we hope to do. But the subsequent shows that we will be presenting to you will be focused on individuals, artists who have something special to show you. We would like to provide opportunities for artists to share the creative process. And so when you see a finished work of art, you understand more what went into it and the effort and energy, both intellectual and physical, that goes into creating a work of art that we eventually enjoy. So this is all for Branford. It's all for the people of Branford. It's all for our kids and our grandkids in the future. And we think it's going to make Branford a better place for all of us. So thank you very much, and I hope that you will join us for the next program and the ones that will come, the ones yet to come. And if you have any ideas that you think we should be considering, please let us know. As Marianne said, we have a Facebook page now that's interactive, and we're going to have our web page up within the next week. So we're very, very open to, you know, to ideas that people may have about the kinds of things that you would enjoy seeing. We didn't mention photography, but we've had photography shows too. So anyway,
Cooking.
Yeah, we're going to be doing some stuff with cooking too, because I happen to think that's a great way to bring people together. Anyway, thank you very much for allowing us to do this presentation to you and to talk about something that we have a lot of passion about. And I look forward to our upcoming programs, and I hope that you will come back and visit us for the next one.
Thank you, Frank.
Again.
Thanks, Frank.
Thank you.